Hey everyone, I know this may come as a shock to many of you, but the vegan deterioration has finally set in for me. You see, I was at the gym this morning and I had this epiphany. I was on about mile 4 and I realized I was withering, I was getting tired. And the only reason for that could possibly be that I'm not eating animals or animal products. You see, recently I've been really getting heavily into mountain biking, long runs, lifting weights. I've even gotten back into MMA. You think you can BJJ on PJJ? You know, peanut butter and jelly? No, you need to eat some sort of animal or animal product like seafood. You know, not sea animals, seafood, right? Food from the sea, not someone, something. But I've really noticed the deterioration really setting in, and it has to stop now. I mean, you think I can get by doing all these activities on something like a falafel made out of fava beans? Even Hannibal had to eat liver with his fava beans.
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Yeah, it's just not going to cut it. So I've decided that the largest board of nutritionists and dietitians, like the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, their shit's weak, all right? I've got to listen to people like CosmicSkeptic, like Alex O'Connor. He's a philosopher. I mean, he knows best. He's been vegan for decades, and he's recently had to start eating animals again. So far as we know, it's seafood. We're not really sure the extent of who he's eating, but we know that you cannot live healthily and happily on a plant-based diet, you know, or as he says, a vegan diet. I didn't even know there was a vegan diet. I thought veganism was like this philosophy about discontinuing harming animals wherever practicable or possible. But no, it turns out that the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics is completely wrong. Check out this doctor. He goes over it. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
A well-planned vegetarian diet is a healthy way to meet your nutritional needs. With a little planning, Alex, with a little planning, a vegetarian diet can meet the needs of people of all ages, including children, teenagers, and pregnant or breastfeeding women, and Alex.
This guy Faraz that calls himself a doctor, yeah, maybe I know him from doing actions with him in Austin, you know, like cubes and protests. But I'm not even sure if he's real, especially after dropping a video like that. I mean, I went to him once for a cold, and he suggested a colonoscopy. So I'm not even sure he's a real doctor. And then you got guys like Joey Carbstrong, or maybe Joey Carb Weak, we should call him. This guy lives on an island, I think, you know, like literally, I think Australia. I mean, how is he even interacting with anybody around the world if he's stuck on this island here? And by the way, I'm pretty sure one of the most common sayings from that island is, put another shrimp on the bobby, you know? So obviously they eat seafood.
That's a lovely accent you have. New Jersey?
Austria.
Austria? Well then, good day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
Or maybe that was Austria, not Australia. I don't know. But obviously he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's saying there's plant-based options in France. Obviously not. That's where foie gras is from. That's where foie gras was created originally. So obviously they don't have any, you know, like beans or seasonal fruits, seasonal vegetables, lentils, legumes, anything like that.
Alex did reach out to me at one point and he was like, hey man, like I'm in France and it's really hard to find vegan food here. What would practicability entail in such a scenario? Something along these lines. And then I said, well, where are you? And he told me where he was. And then I looked up on Happy Cow and found about 20 vegan options nearby in restaurants nearby him. And I was like kind of perplexed, and I was like, that's quite a bizarre thing to reach out to someone like me to ask, considering like I've done 13, 14, 15 countries in Europe. I've been to quite obscure locations in Europe, and I've never had issues finding vegan food, finding bread and canned beans and smoked tofu and even like these other specialty health stores that sell like nutritional yeast or something like this, or finding vegan options, or being able to translate no animal products, no milk, no honey, no eggs at certain restaurants, and then being able to understand that. I've never had issues like that, so I was kind of perplexed by it.
I mean, France, it's animal products and animal flesh only. So I don't know what he's talking about there. Obviously, Alex couldn't eat a plant-based diet while in France. No one can. There's no vegans in France. And then you've got people like this vegan gaze person. She even has a channel called Salads, I believe. I mean, check out what she eats.
Yeah, I mean, look, today I've eaten nuggies, I've eaten dippers, I've eaten vegan chicken leg things, but here I got a salad, okay? I've got a mashed up salad with all greens in it, okay? I'm sorry. I've gone through periods where I haven't eaten anything. I've not eaten enough. I've eaten shit.
See, she admitted it right there. She eats salads, and sometimes she eats nothing. That means she's just, what, eating air? I mean, obviously you can't survive or be healthy eating air and salads. And she even admits to eating shit.
I've eaten shit.
You can't survive and be healthy on a shit-based diet? Come on, vegan gays. So she doesn't know what she's talking about. And then you got guys like this vegan gains person. Yeah, he points out that his shoulders, I believe, are bigger than Alex's head or something.
He has the body of a like, dude, you're talking about eating healthy. You're not convinced you can get enough nutrients on a plant-based diet? Where am I getting my nutrition? My shoulders are bigger than your head.
Well, guess what, vegan gains? My thighs are bigger than your biceps. Or at least as big as your biceps. I mean, you could see right there how small and weak that guy is. Obviously, if he would just eat seafood, he would be 2, 3, 4, 10 times the size he is. And then there's this guy lifting vegan logic, or lifting vegan illogical.
Yeah, just pay attention to people's language, honestly. If you look back again, if you just look back at his language, it was very welfarist, and it didn't seem like he really had a strong grasp of what it means to be an animal rights activist, right? He still is cool with the commodification, still cool with murdering them if they had not positive lives. And I'd imagine he's currently buying animal products from, quote, humane farms.
And I met this guy, this Danny guy. I met him at a cube in Orlando, Florida once. I saw him. He's definitely not natural. He's not natty. That dude is on every stack known to man, obviously. And his mental fortitude and the way he's so eloquent when he speaks, there's no way that guy has that much clarity of mind and has that sort of physique from eating plants only. And then there's happy, healthy vegan. Yeah, right. Obviously, he's not happy. You can't be on a plant-based diet. Obviously, he's not healthy. We know that from Alex OConnor. So right out of the gate, we know he's lying. I mean, this guy, I believe he's like a local politician. There's no way he'd be able to run a political race on plants only.
And he's giving all the anti-vegans and carnivore type people some great ammunition to throw at us. Look, even CosmicSkeptic couldn't maintain this horrible, unhealthy vegan diet. Well, let me give you guys a little bit of a response to that, all you anti-vegans. I've been vegan much longer than he has been, over 12 years, like I said, and I'm 55 years old. So you would think if there was some inherent nutritional deficiency in eating all plants for all these years, they would have surfaced by now. but anyone who's followed my channel knows that I have a long history of putting my blood labs up here for you all to see. I'm not deficient in anything, super high testosterone levels.
And then there's this other guy who does these huge talks and goes on the news to talk about veganism. He's obviously lying. Look at this guy.
Not only environment, but also health. I mean, we all know that the science is beginning to show that not only is a vegan diet as healthy or as practicable as a non-vegan diet, but in many ways it benefits us too. Cancer Research UK recently published that it doesn't matter how much red meat you're eating, it will always be beneficial to eat less to reduce your risk of cancer. But here's the thing, right, and I mention these because they're important, but even if there were no environmental benefit to veganism, even if there were no health benefits, so long as it is healthy, which I assure you it is, there is already a moral imperative to go vegan.
Oh wait, was that Alex O'Connor? I'm confused. Wait, let's watch another clip from him.
Having inconsistent thoughts, beliefs, or attitudes, especially as related to behavioral decisions and attitude change. If you hold two beliefs that contradict each other, you're suffering from CD. If you hold a belief that something is wrong and yet justify doing it, or something just like it, despite simultaneously knowing that you shouldn't, you're suffering from CD. If you think that it's, I don't know, wrong for any person under any circumstance to so much as hit a dog that they're looking after, and yet simultaneously justify literally gassing pigs to death in a chamber of carbon dioxide so that you can eat a sandwich that you won't remember eating, you're suffering from CD.
Okay. I'm not really sure what's going on. Michaela, can you explain this, please?
That's what you have on one side. And then the difference between like oat milk and normal milk to the suffering of a cow. Those are on your two sides. What if the problem with reducing your animal intake is actually chronic health problems? And then what you have on one side is an increase in chronic health problems. And then that's suffering compared to the life of an animal. And well, chronic health problems, like that's a different story, right?
But in all seriousness, guys, I do like the take that Vegan Gaze took, and she asked for all of her followers to go ahead and send an email to Alex to let him know that he's not excommunicated from the vegan church and that we are here to support him. Alex, if you see this, you don't know me, but feel free to reach out to me. If I can't answer the questions that you have, I can certainly point you in the direction of someone who can. I could even give you a link to challenge22.com that will provide you with a number of mentors for 22 days. You can even ask for a free nutritionist. And with whatever nutrition that you think you're missing, they can help you along the way. And you know, they say it takes 21 days to create a new habit in the human brain. They give you that extra day. So to really drive it home. That's it, guys. I'm not going to spend too much more time reacting to vegan YouTubers or celebrities that aren't vegan anymore. The future is vegan. It's inevitable. No injustice can last forever. And it's simply not sustainable. We will see a vegan world within my lifetime, which, now come to think of it, might not be that long because I'm vegan and I am deteriorating. But nonetheless, keep striving forward, keep speaking up for the animals, share this video, like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.